Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to start with a simple yet critical question. What is the first thing you do when you get paid? Think about it, truly reflect. What do you prioritize when that hard-earned money hits your account? Do you quickly allocate it to the bills stacked on your desk? Or perhaps to that shiny new purchase you've been craving? Some might even feel like their paycheck is gone before it arrives, as if life has already decided how your money will be spent. But now, let me ask you a deeper question. Where do you fit into that equation? Not just your expenses or your lifestyle, you, your future, your dreams, your financial security. Too many of us, too many, spend years, even decades, prioritizing everything and everyone else over our own financial well-being. We've been conditioned by society to think that as long as we're keeping the lights on, as long as we're making it through the month, we're doing all right. But let me challenge that mindset today, because, my friends, you deserve more than just getting by. You deserve financial mastery. And if you want to achieve it, the first step is simple. Pay yourself first. This isn't just a budgeting tip or a suggestion. It's a mindset shift. It's a fundamental change in how you view money, your time, and your worth. Paying yourself first means that before you settle your bills, before you indulge in life's luxuries, before anyone else can claim your income, you make sure that you have invested in your future. You are the first in line for the fruits of your labor. Why? Because, my friends, if you don't pay yourself first, who will? If you're not prioritizing your financial security, who will do it for you? Nobody is going to come along and put your future above their own. It is your responsibility to ensure that your hard work today secures a better tomorrow. Think of it like this. Imagine that your paycheck is a pie. Now, traditionally, most people slice up that pie and hand it out to their obligations, their expenses, their desires. By the time you're done serving everyone else, what's left for you? Just the crumbs. If that. But what if instead you took the first and best slice for yourself? What if you prioritized your future above all else, knowing that this one simple shift could change everything? I'm telling you right now, this concept of paying yourself first is about more than just money. It's about your sense of worth. It's about declaring that you matter. Your future matters. Your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, they all matter, and they deserve to be invested in. When you pay yourself first, you're not just building a financial safety net, you're investing in your future self, the person you are becoming. Now, I know what you're thinking. Life is expensive. There are bills to pay, obligations to meet, and responsibilities that feel never-ending. I get it, but hear me out. If you want to change your financial reality, you have to change your financial habits. And that starts with discipline. Discipline isn't glamorous, it's not fun, and it doesn't provide immediate rewards. But discipline is what separates those who are constantly struggling from those who are thriving. The act of paying yourself first is a disciplined choice. It's a choice that says, I refuse to let my future be dictated by circumstances. I will take control. I will make my financial freedom a non-negotiable priority. And yes, this requires sacrifice. It means that maybe, just maybe, you don't get that new gadget or outfit this month. It means that sometimes you have to say no to short-term desires so you can say yes to long-term wealth. But let me tell you, those sacrifices pale in comparison to the peace, freedom, and power you will gain by mastering your money. Now, let me take you even deeper. Consider this. What if you viewed every dollar that comes into your hands not as just money to be spent, but as seeds? Each dollar is a seed, and what do we know about seeds? Seeds need to be planted, nurtured, and cared for before they can grow into something greater. A farmer doesn't eat all his seeds. He knows that if he consumes them now, there will be no harvest in the future. You, too, must plant some of your money as seeds for your future harvest. This is where the principle of paying yourself first becomes transformative. When you take a portion of your income and set it aside before any other expense, you're planting those seeds. Over time, those seeds grow, they compound, they multiply. And before you know it, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Your financial future becomes a flourishing field of abundance. But here's the truth. If you eat all your seeds now, if you spend every dollar that comes in, then don't be surprised when the future arrives and you have nothing to show for it. Look around at the people who live in constant financial stress. Many of them are working just as hard as you, if not harder. But the reason they are trapped in a cycle of paycheck to paycheck living is that they haven't made this fundamental shift. They haven't yet realized that paying themselves first is the key to unlocking their financial potential. Take Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest men in the world. Do you think Buffett became rich by spending every dollar he earned? Absolutely not. Buffett didn't start with a fortune. He built it through the practice of disciplined saving and investing. He paid himself first, he prioritized his future. And today, he's one of the richest people on the planet, not because of luck, but because of disciplined, deliberate choices. And guess what? You can do the same. But let's not just focus on money for money's sake. There's a deeper spiritual principle at work here. The Bible speaks clearly about the wisdom of financial stewardship. Proverbs 21:20 says, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down." Think about that for a moment. The wise don't consume everything they have, they store it up. They plan for the future, they prepare for what's ahead, even when it's not yet visible. This isn't just about hoarding money. It's about managing what you've been entrusted with, about being a good steward of the blessings God has placed in your life. Let me draw your attention to the story of Joseph in the Bible. Joseph didn't just save for himself, he saved an entire nation. God gave him wisdom to understand the importance of storing up during the years of plenty, so that when the famine came, Egypt would be prepared. He didn't wait for the crisis to hit before he acted. He prepared in advance. Genesis 41:48 says, "Joseph collected all the food produced in those 7 years of abundance and stored it in the cities." Just like Joseph, we must be wise stewards, setting aside what we can today to prepare for tomorrow. And when you pay yourself first, you're doing just that. You're building your financial future on a foundation of wisdom. You're preparing for the unexpected, for the opportunities that will arise, for the dreams that are waiting to be fulfilled. You are creating peace of mind, a sense of security that no amount of short-term gratification can provide. I want you to imagine the freedom that comes from knowing that you are prepared. Imagine what it feels like to have a financial cushion, to know that you are not living on the edge of survival, but have room to breathe. Room to make choices that are aligned with your values, with your purpose. Room to invest in opportunities that will bring you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. This is what happens when you pay yourself first. You shift from a place of lack to a place of abundance, from scarcity to security, from anxiety to peace. And that, my friends, is the true essence of financial freedom. But let's be real. It won't happen overnight. It takes time, patience, and perseverance. It takes the ability to delay gratification, to say no to things today so that you can say yes to greater things tomorrow. But I promise you this, every sacrifice you make today is a step closer to your financial independence. Every dollar you save and invest is a seed planted in your field of future wealth. And so I leave you with this. The choice is yours. Will you continue to let life dictate your financial future? Will you continue to put everyone else ahead of yourself? Or will you take control starting today? Will you make the commitment to pay yourself first, to invest in your future, to build the financial life you deserve. Because, my friends, financial freedom is not just for the lucky few. It's for anyone who is willing to make disciplined, deliberate choices. It's for anyone who is willing to prioritize themselves and their future. And it starts with one simple principle: pay yourself first. Start today. Master your money. And watch as the seeds you plant today grow into the abundant future you've always dreamed of.